Hi everyone, so today in this video we are going to be feeding our potatoes. Planted these 10 weeks ago in 30-litre buckets and they have been growing beautifully, but now it is time to give them that feed to allow the tubers to get a lot bigger. Yeah, we're coming to the second half of the growing season now. They've been in for over 2 months. So a lot of people have been asking me, how am I going to feed my potatoes? What else am I going to do? Because when we planted them, we gave them a lot of extra feed. We gave them some bloodfish and bone. We also gave them some manure as well as some fresh compost. So now we're going to give them a feed with some liquid fertilizer. So what I'm going to use is the Natural Grower liquid fertilizer. It's absolutely amazing stuff. You've probably heard me say about it in quite a few videos. But you can also make your own feed free at home. That is absolutely amazing. I just prefer to use this feed because it is a lot better, it's more concentrated, and it is brilliant stuff. Before I started using this, I did have problem with not giving enough nutrients to my produce because I grow everything in such a tight space. It needs a lot more than normal, but with using this stuff it's been absolutely amazing. But if you're interested in making your own, head over and watch a video I made last year. I did make a bit of a mistake. I said I used borage, but I actually used comfrey. I'm not sure what happened that day. I did realise once I uploaded it, but it was like, I already done it. It still says what you have to do, and you can actually do it with borage as well. But I will remake that video later in the year. But I'm just going to show you what the end result is. So here is the bucket of feed I made last year in the video. What I actually done was I put another bucket inside with hose in, and then I put all the leaves into that bucket and then put it in the water. At least that way when it came to straining it, I could just take that bucket out and yeah, just let it strain away, and I didn't have to worry about sieving it or anything like that. Haven't got around to actually using any of it yet, so it's really good stuff. It's been sat here a year, so I may actually get to use this sometime soon, but I'm going to take the lid off now. It may smell, hopefully it's not so smelly, but as you can see there are still a few bits in there, but the majority of it now is just feed, and those extra bits, if anything, they're going to add more nutrients to it. So now I'm going to brave it and have a smell. They do say after a while it loses its smell. Well, I got that close and I couldn't smell anything, so maybe it is really good stuff and it's gone past the stage of smelling. But if you do make it, you do want to make it somewhere that it's not going to annoy anyone, because I'm not going to lie, it annoyed me because I left it just around this area, and every time I went near it, if I accidentally knocked the lid off, if I checked on it, it stunk and it just lingered for ages. So when I use my own liquid feed, I dilute it 1 part feed to 10 part water. Normally, it depends, you can do a bit more if you want, it depends what you're using it on, but over time you'll learn that yourself, just like I have. Every plant is different. Some plants need more feed, some plants thrive in less feed. So now let's go and have a look at the potatoes, see how well they've done. So I ended up moving the potatoes from when they were originally against the planters. I put them over here now, just to hide the bathtub mainly. But they are all doing really well. If you remember, we numbered the potatoes, and I've got a list written down on my phone of what number is each variety. And as you can see, they are doing really good. I'm very happy with how these are this year. Very strong plants. Some of them have been eaten a little bit. Over here I think it's the pigeons, so I'm going to get some canes and just put some string around it or something to deter the pigeons. It's the first time they've actually ever eaten these. You'd think they would eat them, not them. Peas, yes. Potatoes, that's never happened to me in all the years I've been growing, but other than that, they are doing really well. It only seems to be that one and that one they've been having a munch on. All the others are doing great. But I'm very happy with the progress these have made. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what each variety are, so I can't remember when they are due to be harvested. But when we get around to doing that, we'll talk about how many weeks, when do you harvest, all that sort of stuff. But I'm not really going to harvest these until the leaves die back. They will flower, then once they've flowered they will start to die back, and then that is a sign normally they're due to be harvested. But we'll cross that bridge later on. I think in this video we'll just focus on feeding them and giving those potatoes that much needed nutrients to give you an abundance of organic produce. So as I mentioned, I am going to be using this today with feeding the potatoes. It works out cheaper to get the 10 litre ones, and this can make 125 watering cans full. What's absolutely amazing. So it just says mix 100 millilitres of liquid fertilizer with 5 litres of water. When I started using this, I was making sure I used 100 millilitres when I did it. I was being very precise. Natural grower said to me, it doesn't matter if you put more feed in, it's not going to destroy the plant or anything, it'll benefit it. Yeah, so I just like to now just pour some in the watering can. But whatever feed you use, just use what they say or what you feel comfortable with. I know I can use a bit more of this and it's going to benefit them. Yeah, but you can use any tomato feed for this, but you can use seaweed, you can use homemade stuff. So all we're going to do is literally just pour some in. Let's just do a little bit more for certainty. There we go. And this stuff does have a smell to it, let's just say that. And then I'm going to find a stick. I was just looking to see if there was one on the floor we could use. There we go. Give that a good mix in. So now all we're going to do is give these a really good feed. And I'm probably going to make 2 cans full. I don't want to feed it too much so it just pours out the bottom. I want it to stay in the bucket, so let's just... So now I'm going to need to make 1 more up. Mix that in again. And there we go, that is all the potatoes fed. So I'm going to try to aim to do these every week, if not every 2 weeks, just to give them that feed they need to produce an abundance of organic potatoes. Yeah, I cannot wait to taste them. I cannot wait to see the colours, because they are all different colour varieties. I've grown no normal potatoes this year. I decided to only grow stuff I cannot buy in the shop, and I teamed up with Potato House to do this. They supplied me with all my tubers. So if you have not yet checked out Potato House website, go over, have a look. They have an amazing range of heritage varieties, old varieties, blight resistant varieties. Yeah, they have just opened my mind to how many different potatoes there are. So head over and have a look and see if you want to try and grow some next year. So it's so good to get another job off the list, give the potatoes their first feed of the year, and like I said, we'll continue to do this now all the way up to harvest. My main crop potatoes I know will be harvested around 20 weeks and we're at 10 weeks today, so yeah, in another 10 weeks time hopefully we'll have an abundance of organic potatoes to eat. So we have done a lot less potatoes this year. Normally I do around 30 bags at least. This year we only have 10 buckets, so I've done very well. Nope, we have 12 buckets, they're numbered, so how can I forget how many we have? So I think that is it from me. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the glorious day, do a few more jobs in the allotment garden and just see how things are growing. It is crazy how fast things have just shot up. The flower garden is, yeah, it's alive. The plot is nearly full. And if you have not watched any of my previous videos, please head over and watch them and have a look to see if there's anything there that may interest you or inspire you. And if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button as well as leave a like and leave a comment. So thank you all for watching and we'll see each other soon. YouTube have recommended a video for you to watch, and if you are new to my channel and have not yet subscribed, if you click my logo you'll be able to.